Hey everybody, welcome back to another edition of Pub Crawlers. As always, I'm your host, Matthew.
I'm Kevin, and today we have Frank back with us.
Mr. Frank.
Good to be back. Thank you very much.
See you,
Thanks for
sir.
having me.
And what?
Go ahead on, Matt.
Oh, you want me to do it today?
Yes.
You're so
Go
kind.
for it.
All right, so what is this lovely clear bottle? It's kind of cloudy with this cool cap on it.
This is Broker's Gin.
Broker's Gin.
Yeah. I heard you were a big gin fan, Matt.
I don't like gin.
It's all right.
All right,
We're gonna
teach me
we're gonna make
what
a
it
fan
is
out of you. We're gonna make a
and
fan
why I
out
should
of
like
gin
it.
today.
You like gin?
I'm not opposed to it.
Okay.
So this is a London Dry gin. That is a classification or style of gin.
I was going to ask you, does that mean it was actually made in London, or?
No, a London Dry gin can be made anywhere.
Okay.
This one is made in England, but it does not have to be made in London. It is a style of gin.
Okay.
It's called London Dry gin, and that encompasses about 99.5% of all gins out there are a London Dry gin. This gin is fairly unique in the production of it. Typically, when you make a gin, it's really the first flavored vodka, because that's what it starts out as. It starts out as a neutral grain spirit or vodka. What the guys over and gals over in Brokers do, they distill it 4 times in a copper pot still. And that's big. That's a big difference, because most are going to use what's called a column still. A column still is a long pipe, and it's got plates in it. And they inject steam through the plates, and it's got little holes in it. And you drop the distillate or the beer through it, and then the steam and the copper plates are so hot that it strips the alcohol off. So it goes up and down through those plates, and it makes a very clean, neutral spirit. And it's very efficient. A copper pot still or a lembic still is the original still. This is what they make cognac out of. They make single malt scotches out of a cognac still. It's a big copper pot. You've seen them, and they put it in it. They put the distillate in. They heat it up, 173 degrees. The ethanol vapors come off. They capture it. It's cooled, and then they have to take everything out, clean it, and do it again.
Sounds like there's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears put into this. I don't know if I want to drink it or not.
They do it 4 times.
Wow.
Oh, that was just once.
Yeah, they do it 4 times.
Frank, how do you know all this stuff?
Well, that's my job, but they do it 4 times.
Wow.
And the more, every time you distill something, you strip away or make it that much cleaner or more neutral. Because that's what you're doing. You're stripping and making
impurities and whatnot?
Impurities,
Okay.
and you're getting it down to the bare ethyl alcohol. But then to make a gin, what they have to do is they have to use some botanicals. And the number one botanical that they have to use is juniper. Gin has to taste like juniper, the juniper berry. And that actually where gin gets its name from, is from the juniper berry. The gin was, if you want to call it, invented in the Netherlands. And they use it as for medicinal purposes. It helped with digestion. Or that was the belief. Well, the Dutch word for juniper is Juniper.
Oh.
Similar to Genevieve, but it's
Right,
Juniper.
right. So
and that's where it was shortened down to gin.
To gin. And they're using the juniper berries, but I've always kind of heard of botanicals being flowers or something. Is it a mixture?
Yes,
Is it a
they
mixture?
use 10 different ones in the production of this one.
Okay.
And many gins, they all have similar. A lot of lemon peel, lime peels, coriander, cinnamon, nutmeg, all of these spices. And what they do in the production of Broker's Gin, after that distillation of the 4th time, they fill it back up with that super neutral distillate, and then they add those 10 ingredients into the still, and they allow it to steep for 24 hours or soak for 24 hours onto those flavors.
So this only sits in a still. Does it ever reach to a barrel as a whiskey or a rum does?
No, see how it's crystal clear?
Okay, that's where I was going. I just wanted to make sure I was
Yep, it's crystal
on the right
clear.
page there.
So what they do is they let it steep for 24 hours on those botanicals. and then they distill it a 5th time. And this time, when the distillate comes off, it's bringing with it the juniper berries, the flavors of the lemon, the flavors of the lime, the nutmeg, the cinnamon. It's bringing all this with it.
Okay.
And then it becomes gin. So
cool.
most gins are high proof. This come in at 94 proof. That's about the average on gin.
So is that why they have the 94 right there on the front of the bottle?
Yep, 94 proof.
I don't know if you can see it.
Man, you
It's
sharp.
right here on the
You
front.
sharp today.
I saw that this morning.
And that's
Good
typical
job.
in gin. Some gins are at 80, but most of the high quality gins are at 94.
Nice.
Okay, I have to ask. What's the deal with the hat?
This is the signature of brokers. This is on the cap. It's their little hat.
Right.
And it's also on the picture of the
Okay.
little Englishman.
So I don't know if there's a story behind it or it's just a
That's their
marketing.
signature. Yeah,
or-
that's their
Well, it's
signature.
very cool.
Christmas is coming. If you'd like, I might be able to get you one like that. Yeah?
I'll tell you what. You buy me one, I'll buy you one.
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
Do you want to try?
Sure.
All right. We're going to taste
Four
this.
times distilled. Can't pass.
5
that up.
times. 4 times
Sorry.
distilled on its own. The 5th time is in the presence of the botanicals.
Correct. That's what I meant. Wow.
You would-
Actually, it smells really good.
So what do you smell? I always smell Christmas. It smells like a Scotch pine tree to me.
Christmas.
It's a Christmas tree. I will always go back to my family Christmas tree.
It smells like botanicals.
What's the flower with
does.
with the pollen in the middle that you used to put on everybody's face when you was a kid? That's what I smell.
How old are you?
29.
Yeah.
Me too.
But the number one ingredient or characteristic in which you must have in gin is juniper. So what you're
Okay.
smelling is juniper.
Is the juniper?
Yeah, now when you go ahead and taste it, you'll pick up some of those others. You'll pick up citrus is the number one thing I always get after the juniper.
Citrus.
I get it.
You're
I
right.
get like the peel and the pith of a citrus fruit. I kind of get that.
Absolutely. That's fine. You get the juniper first, and then you get that citrus coming behind.
There's
get
no chest burn.
And this is 94 proof. This is 47.5% alcohol.
There's no chest burn. I even, a lot of times when I'll take a sip of a spirit, I'll get a deep breath to try and just get the full effect of it, and I didn't get the burn
Yeah.
with it.
And for me, like I truly do not like gin. That's just how I am. But this is good. It has a little bit of a vodka burn to me, which isn't overbearing, but you still get a lot of the citrus like you're talking about. And the actual aroma.
It's complex. It's
It
got a lot
is.
going on.
There's
smells
a lot of
good.
different layers to this. I think you may be turning me into a gin like this. That's pretty good.
They're good, guys. Enjoy it.
Second sip's way better. Definitely.
Next time we're gonna have some derbies.
Yeah. All right.
Yep.
that.
May have to get us each a little suit, man. We can go all out.
I like that.
Yeah,
I
we're
like
gonna go
that.
all out.
Feeling ooh, pinky's out though.
Pinky's out.
Pinky's out.
Okay.
Very cool. Well, Mr. Frank, is there anything else you'd like to tell us about it, or?
No, that's just enjoy responsibly.
Hey, smart man.
Appreciate that. Thanks
All
for all
right.
your knowledge you shared with us today.
Absolutely.
And we'll definitely be giving you a call to come back and teach us some more.
Absolutely. Look forward to it.
Or maybe next time teach us how to make a good drink with it.
Oh, the gin
Hey.
and tonic.
Hey,
Gin and
I like
tonic?
that.
Classic cocktail. Yeah.
There you go. Very cool. Very, very cool. Well, guys, like as always, thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, and also check out next video.
That's right. That's right.
But look, thank y'all so much, and as always,
Keep crawling with us.
cheers.
Cheers.